red tractors in the pine. Rain dust dancing, sun breaks the fall. Black soil turning under steel and slaw. 165 homes through the low wet ground. 399 holes as the swans swing around. Red tractors in the pine, working through the finished sky. From the barley to the rye, and the spruce that scrapes so high. Feet, 4 old friends, and a lifetime of weed. Red tractors in the pine, working through the finished sky. From the valley to the rye, and the spruce that scrapes so high. Tractors in the pine. Oh, red tractors in the pine. Jack keeps yapping about my life like it knows my every move, but it never stacked up birch pile high or pulled a stuck rig loose. Long field flat and frozen, breath hangs wide in the air. I got belly under blankets and diesel in my prayer. Weather is the boss out here. Not some screen, not some talking my ear. From the grain to the gray old moss, clock says go, but the sky says stop. I plan, I push, I cuss, I toss, but the weather is the boss. Red Massey hums at sunrise, tracks through slush and clay. Spruce line holds the hillside where the saw sings half the day. Skis lean by the back door, waiting on a clear blue spell. I read the clouds like scripture, more than any manual. Weather is the boss out here. Not some screen, not some talking my ear. From the grain to the gray old moss, clock says go, but the sky says stop. I plan, I push, I cuss, I toast, but the weather is the boss. Frost, flood, hail, thaw, I just dance to what I'm dealt. Oh yeah. You can tell me what I should do, but this land decides itself. Weather is the boss out here. Not some screen, not some talking my ear. From the grain to the gray old moss, clock says go, but the sky says stop. I plan, I push, I cuss, Lost on the shed roof, keys in my hand. Massey 35, waiting by the birch line. Old paint fading, still stops on command. Oh yeah, red tractors in the pines, working through the finished sky. From the barley to the rye, and the spruce that scrapes so high. 35, 165, 399, still pulling fire. 645 by the front of the line. Red tractors in the pine. Rain dust dancing, sun breaks the fall. Black soil turning under steel and slaw. 165 homes through the low wet ground. 399 hauls as the swans swing around. Red tractors in the pine, working through the finished sky. From the barley to the rye, and the spruce that scrapes so high. 35, 165, 399, still pulling fire. 645 by the front of the line. Red tractors in the
Jag hade kylen när jag satt på kylen. Eller jag smörjde in den till och med förra idag. Good evening everybody, or good day. Let's do a little crunch stuff. Jag ser inte trävägen. I can't see. Nu har det ju kommit, nu kanske nu har det inte blåst, nu kanske de kan skulle kunna vara lite på, ja. Bara far lite framåt här med sidorna så kanske jag ser. Ja, men nu tar man det ändå. Ja. Nu skulle det nog borde se nu är det smältande på eller något. Okay, got a little bit of new snow in the track, so we gotta go slow. Man ser inte från det åt annat håll. Super cold snow and not the good glide. We did wax the skis though. So after a few laps, once we get this loose snow compacted, then it might be okay-ish glide. At least the track should be really clean today. Made it last time and we got some new snow on top, so at least that good. Glide is not good, but maybe after a few laps. Now it might not even here, it might not hit the dirt anymore. Finally we're down to clean snow, I think. This might be a little tight turn here in the downhill. The track maker kind of slid a little sideways there. We'll see if we try this if we can actually ride this down this hill. If you remember last time, you could go down there and it almost went with high speed over there. Now it already stopped here. Not good glide, even with the newly waxed skis. But yeah, after we ski a few laps, at least it should flatten down the snow, and then next time should be a little better. But yeah, snow might be like -20, so -15, so it's very slow. New snow, new cold snow. Slowest of the slow snow. So really gotta keep the speed down so I don't like start too hard. It's a little better here once we have skied a few laps. You can hear from the sound probably that it's really cold snow. Super crunchy. What animal has gone here? There's definitely some mouse tracks and stuff back there. Well, hello there, blighting. Yeah, so most of my streams are usually maybe during the day, and this is kind of maybe a later time for me to stream. But yeah, just had to come out and do some skiing now. It's so nice weather. A little bit on the cold side, but at least it's sunny. And not too much wind. But yeah, gotta keep going pretty slow because the glide is not the best when it's like cold snow. But yeah, between the Olympics in TV, gotta do some skiing myself also. Watch some skiing and do some skiing. Or even watch some ice hockey. We gotta try this downhill at some point. Shouldn't go too fast today when it's slow snow. Gotta work the downhills even. Here's a lot of tracks. Here was a bunch of tracks here. That's a quite big footprints there. Wonder what it is really. Could it be even like a lynx? Like there it goes. The footprints are pretty close to each other, so maybe it's like a fox or like a raccoon dog or something. Some crazy animal. Yeah, today's gonna be a slower pace. Just getting the exercise in. We're not pushing it today. It's weather where it's not that fun to push when it's glide is so bad. It feels like pushing like normal, but going at half the speed. But again, once it warms up from this now, at some point, then we have like a really good track. There's no trash in the track now. No grass, no gravel, no sand, nothing. And we got like a little bit more new snow, so now, maybe next week, maybe when the Olympics end at some point, we might have time to go to other tracks also. Because I think they have maybe they have enough snow other places too now, so they can make the tracks. Because so far it's been like my track here has been almost the only one. Like some others, but in most places they haven't even made the tracks because there hasn't been like enough snow. Hello there, Smiles. Yeah, we're just doing a little skiing today. It's very slow snow, very crunchy snow, as you might hear, but not fast conditions. But yeah, sun is out at least. That's good. And this is the warmest time of the day now. So in the morning it was again -20 this morning, and I think tomorrow morning, or was it Sunday morning, it might again be -25. So yeah, we're having like, temperature-wise, we're having the coldest winter in many years here actually. It's actually like proper cold, at least for southern Finland. Still no -40 like they have in northern parts, but -25 here is still the max usually. But yeah, one of the neighbors he was on a holiday to Mallorca, I think, somewhere in Spain. So he said it was plus 25 there. And now he came home here and it's minus 25 here. So 50 degrees colder. If you arrive back in Finland, yeah, and step out of the airplane with your shorts on, it's gonna be pretty cold here. Big difference. Yeah, the sun or the snow is very crunchy today. Last time when you skied it was like -5. No crunch. Now it's super crunchy. It's even crunchy underneath the skis, which usually doesn't. Like the skis are usually not crunchy. Oh man. Super crunchy. You know the snow is gonna be at least -15 when it's that crunchy. it's actually pretty rare that the snow is that crunchy. Under the poles maybe more often, but under the skis not so much. No snow, man. Definitely no snow, man. No chance. No chance. Absolutely no chance. It's like when you take snow, it's like even if you press it together, well, it almost stayed together. It's like flour. Not a chance to get anything rolled. Absolutely no chance. It's actually been, well, I don't know, it's kind of maybe normal, but first we had like very warm November, December, no snow, warmer than usual. Then in the beginning of January we got some snow, and then it's actually been January, February now have actually been like maybe colder than average. And since it started to come snow, it's only been plus degrees like 1 or 2 days. So now it's been like probably like 40 days in a row almost, where it's been minus degrees every day almost. So usually it goes like the very normal stuff is like maybe once a week, once in 2 weeks, it goes up to plus degrees a little bit, and then back to minus a little bit, plus minus, a little bit more like that. Now it's been solidly minus degrees here. And the last few weeks, very solid minus degrees. Many nights with minus 25. The record was a week or two ago when it was minus 28, and that is almost the lowest I've seen it at the farm here. Dad said he had seen at some point maybe minus 33, but we were very close to kind of beating the record almost. And yeah, those are not like common here in southern Finland. Like the previous like 3-4 winters, the max was maybe minus 50, minus 10 for like a few days. So yeah, it's been global cooling now for 2 months. But yeah, that's all. I mean, all that is just like variety or like variance. It's just fluctuations. Sometimes it's colder, sometimes it's warmer. And then the average is somewhere in between. Yeah, now the sun is going down soon. The sun helps a little bit definitely today. Feels a little bit warmer in the sun. But when the sun goes down, I think it's gonna drop to definitely minus 20 again, because there's not a cloud nowhere. Clear skies. Under -15, is it possible to start a gas car? Yeah, a gas car is no problem. Diesel car might be a bigger issue. But the cars, if we, like all the cars we have like block heater. So if you plug them in for like an hour or an hour and a half, then they will start even in -25. And even the tractors usually start. But you definitely need to plug them in when it's this cold. But you definitely don't wanna start the cars or tractors like unnecessary. When it's this cold, it's always like hard on the engine. So yeah, only drive the cars if it's cars or tractors, only if we must. A little bit of a glide now. I guess every lap we kind of flatten the new snow down, so should be a little bit better. Here it's downhill, barely gliding down the hill. More friction when there is cold snow. Sun is behind the trees already. But sun is not down yet. Sun goes down like almost 5 p.m. already. Days are getting a lot longer. Just a few months forward and then we have like at this point still 4 or 5 more hours of daylight. Yeah, definitely. If I would have somebody else to ski here, if John would be here also, then if John would ski right in front of me, then the glide would be even better. Yeah, I can feel also that when the sun goes down now, immediately it feels like 5 degrees colder. And there's not even any wind, but yeah, it's this time of the year when it's clear skies like this, you know it's gonna be pretty cold during the night then. Drops fast. Yeah, we're gonna try to ski a few more laps. Because yeah, yesterday it was still not cold, but then during the night I think it cleared up and then boom, minus 20. But yeah, as you can see, it snowed yesterday a little bit. There's even snow in the trees now. Looks super nice. There's little, like, just a little fluffy snow in the trees. Yeah, at least that's for sure that there's no mosquitoes around us right now. That's for sure. All mosquitoes have definitely been frozen to death at this point. No, mosquitoes don't have any kind of heating. They're definitely not surviving this. But yeah, I think some of the critters might be like, if they can be underneath this snow, then they can maybe survive there. But everything that's up in the air now, it's for sure. All the small bugs are definitely gone. Last of the sun rays. Yeah, there might be less bugs on the crops, but it's usually not a problem. But yeah, it's not gonna help them at least. That's for sure. Might be a little bit less. almost an hour. Yeah, I mean, I'm going slow today, so. But yeah, skiing shape is definitely better now than a month ago. The skiing shape is always best in the spring when the snow melts away. That's when the skiing shape is the best. But yeah, once we get really good days where it's just a few degrees below zero, then we can do like a really long stream. Ski like 2 or 3 hours or something like that. Maybe next week between the Olympics I can maybe get a good longer session at some point. Now the sun is going down officially. up the hill here. This looks like a big tractor drove up here or something when you walk like this. Almost like a really big tire drove up here. Really big tractor tire. Yeah, I've been watching a bunch of Olympics. I like to do sports, but I also like to watch sports. And yeah, Finland is like, we're like pretty good at many sports, but we don't, at the moment, we don't have like, we don't have a single athlete that's like completely like favorite number one. Like Norway and Sweden have way more medals. I think Finland has like at this point like 1 medal. But yeah, we're pretty good in skiing, pretty good in the like Nordic combined, pretty good at biathlon, pretty good at ski jumping. But we don't have like a single superstar that always is gonna win like Klæbo in skiing or yeah. But hopefully Finland can grab a few more medals. I mean, in ice hockey we're pretty good. We could technically grab a medal both in the men's ice hockey and women's ice hockey. So of course ice hockey is like a big thing in Finland. Norway and Sweden has maybe a lot more athletes. A little bit, but they have more like, they're really like, they have a few that like win all the races. Like Finland, in the Olympics you're only allowed to have like 4 athletes in skiing, for example. No matter how good the country is, you're only allowed to have like 4 participants. So Finland has like, we have enough skiers, but yeah. Of course, in cross-country skiing, it's like Norway is like number 1. Like they're so good in all. No matter what the race, there's always some Norwegian favorite, especially in the men. And then in the ladies, it's all, of course, there's a couple of Swedes that win everything. So yeah, in the ladies, the Swedes are really good in skiing, cross-country skiing, and in the men's, it's like Norway wins everything basically. And I didn't watch the cross-country skiing event from today. I'm gonna watch it when I'm skied myself, but yeah, probably some Norwegian won, but don't spoil me. Don't say who won today. I haven't watched. I watched the ice hockey today, where Finland beat Sweden. That was a big win today. It's always Finland versus Sweden in ice hockey. That's always big, always a big match. No matter where it is, it's always like there's always a little bit extra. But yeah, thank God Finland won in ice hockey. Would have been really bad if Finland would have lost both. Finland lost like to Slovakia in ice hockey. That was kind of bad. Not a good match by Finland. So thank God we won Sweden now. But yeah, otherwise in the Olympics there's been like a lot of countries have medals. Of course all the like big winter sport countries like Central Europe and Norway, Sweden, USA, Canada, all the big countries in winter sports. And now even Finland has one medal. Woohoo! Hopefully we get a few more. Yeah, definitely. But in ice hockey there's probably like 6 teams that could win the Olympics. And Finland is definitely one of them. Like Canada is probably favorite number 1, but at least like USA and Finland and Sweden and Czechia. All those countries have really good teams. And I think even Switzerland has a pretty good team in ice hockey actually. So Switzerland could definitely surprise the favorites for sure. Okay, it's like 5 now. Yeah, we skied 1 hour. I think that's gonna be enough for today because It's getting colder fast. Yeah, minus 13. It might be like the actual temp here might be minus 15 already. It's gonna drop very fast, I think. Within 1 hour, I think it's gonna be minus 20. I don't know how well it shows on the stream. Maybe pretty good. It's really nice skies when it's clear skies and sun goes down. It's like blue, green, then it's like orange, red almost. Like it's gonna be in a few minutes like very nice colors on the sky. Pretty nice. Nice colors, yeah. Yeah, the good thing is there's no wind. Let's see, how much battery did the phone use in 1 hour? I think quite a lot. Oh yeah, we lost like half the battery from the cell phone. Half the battery in 1 hour. That tells you it's cold. Normally it uses maybe 15% in an hour. 10%. But yeah, cell phone does not like the cold weather. But yeah, other than the battery is draining faster, stream works just fine in cold temps. The only thing is the batteries run out fast. But yeah, this is like a nice winter view now. You got fresh, new, clean snow, clear skies. This is the best. This is what it looks at the best in the winter. And then sometimes you have like snowstorm and then it might not look that great. But now this is a nice view. For sure a nice view. But yeah, that's probably gonna be it for today. I'll go to the shower and then I'm gonna go watch more Olympics. More sports. So yeah, thanks for watching. Have a great weekend.
Coffee in a jar, frost on the shed roof, keys in my hand. Massey 35, waiting by the birch line. Old paint fading, still stops on command. Oh yeah, red tractors in the pines, working through the finished sky. From the barley to the rye, and the spruce that scrapes so high. 35, 165, 399, still pulling fine. 645 by the front of the line. Red tractors in the pines. Gray and dust down. red tractors in the pines, working through the finished sky, from the valley to the ride, and the spruce that scrapes so high. 35, 165, 399, still pulling fine. 645 at the front of the line. Red tractors in the pine. Red tractors in the pine. Jack keeps yapping about my life like it knows my every move, but it never stacked up birch pile high or pulled a stuck rig loose. Long field flat and frozen, breath hangs wide in the air. I got belly under blankets and diesel in my prayer. Weather is the boss out here, not some screen, not some talking my ear. From the grain to the gray old moss, clock says go, but the sky says stop. I plan, I push, I cuss, I toss, but the weather is the boss. Red Massey hums at sunrise, tracks through slush and clay. Spruce line holds the hillside where the saw sings half the day. Skis lean by the back door, waiting on a clear blue spell. I read the clouds like scripture, more than any manual. The weather is the boss out here, not some screen, not some talking my ear. From the grain to the gray old moss, clock says go, but the sky says stop. I plan, I push, I cuss, I toss, but the weather is the boss. Frost, flood, hail, thaw, I just dance to what I'm dealt. Oh yeah, you can tell me what I should do, but this land decides itself. Weather is the boss out here, not some screen, not some talking my ear. From the grain to the gray old moss,